I was born May 1st, 1930, in Birmingham, Alabama. My daddy was Irving Gladstone, but everybody called him Gladdy. My mother was Essie Cronenberg Gladstone. My folks had moved from New York where they were married, and my sister Ethelda, who was 7 years older than me, was born, but they moved back to Birmingham.
I had a very boring, safe childhood. The one exciting thing in my lifetime was that my parents went to Florida every winter, and we took the Orange Blossom Special train from, I guess it was Grand Central or Penn Station. I don't remember where it left from. But that was the highlight of my life. I loved that train journey. And I remember that my father would make sandwiches to take on the train. And he used to make salmon and egg sandwiches. And to this day, that is just one of my favorite foods. And train travel is also one of my favorite things to do. So that was a highlight, and obviously it made an impression.
When I was a pre-adolescent, I know Mother told me that when I was thinking about what I wanted to be when I grew up, my answer was, because my realm was music pretty much, and I was sickly, so doctors and music were what my life was surrounded with. And Mother, and when I was grown, would tell me stories about my childhood, and she said when we talked about what I wanted to do when I grew up, my realm was, as I say, music and illness and the like, and doctors. So I said I wanted to be a musician and a doctor. And she said, how was that? How come was that? And my answer to her was always, she said, as a little boy, I said I wanted to make sick people well and well people happy. That's pretty much what when I really found out what I wanted to do when I grew up, which was not practice law, but was to make sick people well in the broader sense, and to make well people happy in the broader sense. To see to it that little children who don't get the kind of care they need from the outer world because children don't vote. And to help them when they grow up and with what their dreams are and what they want to do. So in a sense, as I became a judge, I found out at age 42 what I wanted to do with my life. Yeah, make sick people well and world people happy.
It was a blind date. I knew his roommate, who called to ask me to get him a date with a friend of mine. And he said that I would really like his roommate. He was from the South. And I said, no, thank you. I'm not interested. What I think I probably love to this day is his sense of justice, his sense of social justice. He's just extremely, I was going to say,
sexy.
he has such a good heart. Just sometimes he's impossible to reason with because he's very set in his ways. But basically, his goodness, he's just a good person. He's good. And he's funny, and he's not as funny as he thinks he is. But, you know, he has a sense of right and wrong that I admire.
Her marriage to beauty of any sort, her...
That's a little self-serving on your part.
Oh, no. Oh, God, that's so funny. That isn't what I had in mind. No, Marilynn sees art in so many places and beauty in so many things, and in human spirit, in human endeavor, in talent, and in love. I think the first thing to say to the ones that come after you, your children and grandchildren, is learn to love and give.
I'm not sure that I can get through this next part without being very teary. But I would hope that I would hope that my children and my grandchildren and the great-grandchildren to come know how much I love you, how much I want you to have a joyful life, how much I want you to live fully and not be hindered by the superstitions that were part of my young life. There is no joy in being afraid. There is no pleasure in not experiencing life fully. I would hope you would be open to new experiences, to new people, to learning, especially learning as much as you can possibly learn throughout your whole life. And do that with my love and blessing.
I've been so lucky all my life with all the things that just came into my life. Whatever I have done just came as a matter of luck. It just flowed to me as luck from people. Other people did that somehow I either adapted to or got credit for that I didn't deserve. My whole life has been that way. But so be it. This is an autobiography, and I do it too much auto and not enough credit for the people who deserve it. The people I love so much, my wife, my children, my grandchildren. How lucky can a guy get? It helps to have a beautiful face too, though, a pretty face.